Hey everybody, it is Will with Swoop Scoop here. We're doing an interview with a Poop Scoop Millionaire member, Nichole Lubic, and she has over 400 clients in less than 2 years, absolutely crushing it. So Nichole, why don't you just kind of introduce yourself, tell us a little bit about what you've done, how you heard about the group, and kind of go from there.
Great. So I live in Buckley, Washington. I started because I heard it on the radio one day. Somebody was doing it, and I was like, hey, that sounds easy. I had never heard of it. So I have dogs. I figured it was fine. I emailed a local company. I don't even remember who it was. And they said, no, we don't service your area. So there's nowhere for you to go. And I said, all right, let me do it myself then. So I just did that. I was working full time. It's really it on how I got started, how I heard about Poop Scoop Millionaire. My husband found it. I don't know how, TikTok somewhere.
Somewhere on the internet, yeah.
Yeah.
So you found it easy. Was it as easy as you thought when you were first getting into it, or did you have any kind of surprises?
No, I originally thought for some crazy reason I was going to be on my hands and knees, like bagging it and just like tying up. I don't know. That's just what came to my mind.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even logical. I was like, that's not right.
And you were still willing to do it.
Right. So I'm glad I don't do that method, especially with employees, but some of it is easier than I thought. I can scan a yard pretty fast, scoop pretty fast, but it is a lot harder on my body than I thought it would be. Doing it 10 hours, 12 hours a day. Some days I didn't expect it to hurt so much.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's definitely underrated, especially if you don't have like the right equipment.
Employees are like, oh, it's no big deal. Yeah, I can handle it. I was like, can you really handle it? Day 3, they're like, I hurt so bad. I'm like, I know.
Is this your first business that you've had?
Yeah.
Gotcha. What were kind of your expectations going into it? 'Cause it could be kind of scary, right? Going into a new business.
Yeah. I was like, I really just needed, I didn't need anything. I just wanted a little side business, help with the family and my kid. And it just kind of went crazy from there. I didn't like the job I was at. So once I made triple the money I was making there, I was like, okay, bye. I worked 2 hours a day and came home, napped, and I was done with my day.
How many hours in the business did you have to spend until you were matching your kind of full-time wages?
I had about 60, to match it, maybe 40 customers. So I was just doing it after work, before work, nothing too crazy.
Yeah. How long did it take you to service that many customers?
Like how many months did it take me to get to that point?
How many like hours a week would it take you?
Hours a week, I would say less than 2015, maybe. Because I had to split it, go before work it was summer, so I could do that. And then after work, sometimes on the weekends, but not a lot.
Yeah, I gotcha. So basically working a third or like half the time that you were working, you were able to match your pay as a pooper scooper. Yep. So yeah, it's pretty underrated in my opinion, the whole industry.
People were very surprised. My boss, when I quit, I was like, unless you can pay me $100 an hour,
yeah,
I'm gonna quit.
Yeah, pretty. I mean, that was kind of my expectation too. I mean, Levi started, I was like, yeah, maybe I'll make like an extra $1,000 a month. My other business is like doing way more, but now this is like my biggest business.
Yeah.
And growing way faster by far, like making millions of dollars picking up dog poop.
Yeah.
Kind of nobody wants to do it. So super cool. And you also, you got 400 customers plus now, less than 2 years. So that is pretty impressive, honestly. What was kind of what were some of your kind of secrets behind that?
I really just posted on groups on Facebook. I didn't use ads for the first year. I just posted in neighborhood groups, and that's what got me all my business.
That's crazy. What would you post?
I would just post like a cute little graphic to grab their attention, and all my pricing is transparent. So I would just post like this much for this dog on weekly, bi-weekly, the first time. So I wasn't wasting my time or their time with too many questions, I guess.
Yeah.
It just worked for me. I mean, I don't think it works for everybody, but.
Even for us, like different strategies work different in different locations. So like in Spokane, we're running everybody to like messaging leads, but in Seattle, people to our website, more people actually sign up there.
Yeah.
Another interesting thing, you probably see this as well, but most of our customers are actually female.
Yeah.
So for us, it's about 75% of our customers are female.
We're pretty high. I'm like,
yeah, okay. You're probably higher as a female business owner.
Yeah. Yeah. I know a lot of people, they call for their husbands or, moms or busy ladies.
Yeah, for sure. So I know for us, we try to, in all our ads, we try to have like our female scoopers, or we'll even hire models and stuff and try to kind
Yeah.
of match that target demographic. So,
Yeah.
um, but for you, what is your team probably kind of looks like that too? I've heard you talk a little bit about your team. Can you kind of get into that?
We're all women, just worked out that way. Not that I have anything against men, but it just worked out where we have girls. They're really young, but they do a really good job for young girls. I've had girls that were just as young, but they didn't do as well. They didn't have that work ethic. I had to micromanage them, and it's not really a job that you can micromanage anybody. I'm not there with you. I'm trusting you with, a good portion of my business. So you need to do it yourself. You need to get it done.
What was kind of that transition from you going from, okay, scooping on the weekends and after work, scooping by yourself, to actually like going and hiring employees? I think a lot of people get stuck there. They get stuck around that 100, 150 client mark. They push past that.
It was tough, but I had a number in my head. I was like, we got to get to, I think it was like close to 200, 180, somewhere in there. I was like, I need to hire because I was very pregnant. And I was like, if I want to grow past this, we're going to need to hire. And so we made that. And then I was like, well, I should probably hire another person because I didn't, that was my first winter. So I didn't know that we were going to grow from 80 customers in November to 200 by January.
Yeah, it's a great time of year.
Yeah, it's really fun.
It's really fun, and it's more fun when it's over and you have all those customers, and it's like,
and you can coast through summer,
Yeah, I saw a couple posts too, kind of the company culture you're building. You got like punch cards and like different things. Can you kind of talk about some incentives that you give to your employees to kind of keep them showing up?
We just started punch cards just January 1st. So my girls will get a punch on this little card that I just printed. One for two for referrals. Like if they bring me a customer, they'll get a punch for Google reviews or no missed poop for a week. Or sometimes I just do like, you want to work a Saturday, you want to, do this that's really above and beyond. I'll just give them extra. And so one row will be a free coffee, and then the next row is free coffee. And then if they fill 3 cards, they'll get a massage or a pedicure. I've had one girl who just filled out 2 lines. Good job, Harmony. She really pushes those reviews, and she does a really good job.
Okay. You feel like having like just kind of going a little extra mile for people. You think that helps with like employee retention and kind of overall?
I didn't need to with my other employees because they were so terrible. There was no rewarding them. I just yelled at them all the time. But these girls, they just, I know it's tough work. I know that it is 24 degrees this morning, and some of the customers aren't always nice, and the yards are really hard. So I appreciate them. When we hit 400, I sent them coffee money. And yesterday was a really terrible Monday. So I sent them all money for coffee. I bought them blankets for when they're driving and it's cold. And I hope they appreciate the little things that we do. But, I know that it's tough work.
For sure. Are you still out in the field, or have you been able to kind of pull yourself back?
Once in a while, I'm helping out when I need to, but to break up my day between like office stuff and scooping, it just drains me.
No, it's definitely a lot when you're managing everything and scooping at the same time.
Right. And then you're taking calls while you're scooping, and then it turns in from a 1-hour day to a 7-hour day. And you're like, okay.
Yeah. No kidding. But you've been crushing it. You're at 430. What do you think you'll end up after the kind of the spring rush?
My goal is 600. So that I can hire that 4th employee.
Nice. And what are kind of your goals for the next year or two with the business? Crack that 1K mark, probably.
Honestly, I want to get a new fleet. We have really old cars now. They're not like broken down, but they're not pretty. So I want to get new cute cars, represent everything. We need an office because we just meet at the local coffee shop every time I have to talk to them, which is fine, but we just need more space. Another employee would be great. I want to expand to more cities, but it's just hard. We're in the middle of nowhere. So to get anywhere, it's like 45 to an hour.
Yeah, drive time is definitely a killer at times.
Okay. You can only do so many houses when you're driving an hour each way.
Yeah, no, it totally kills it. Do you let employees take trucks home and stuff, or you keep them
No,
all?
they bring them here. Too much liability for me
Mhm.
to stress over. If
Yeah,
something happens or, anything, and they bring the phones and the keys to my house at the end of the day, they put them in a lockbox. I'm not going to say where the lockbox is. um, and then they just go.
we did have a truck stolen once, and I didn't even know about it for like 2 weeks because it was like our double, triple backup truck that was like a little
Oh no,
beater.
do you have trackers on them?
We do now. Yeah.
Learn the hard way, you know?
Yeah, yeah, we got a call from it actually didn't work. So whoever stole it, like fixed it up for us. And then, it was like parked on the side of the road somewhere. So it actually
Nice.
worked out pretty good. Definitely have trackers if once you start building that
Yeah,
really fast.
it's key because then you can go back and be like, oh, they were at your house, or
Mhm.
this happened, or it's easy to track them without having to ask them, hey, what happened? I can just be like, yeah, they were at your house. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, we track their driving too. So if they're
Yeah.
braking or driving
I'm like,
aggressively, so that's kind of part of their performance
yeah.
review. We check in like once a month. You're doing this many yards, you have this many callbacks. Your driving score is like this. Like,
Like an F. Yeah.
please don't crash our truck.
Don't be
So
angry. It's just
yeah,
poop.
it's just poop. Yep. Lives are not on the line. What kind of advice would you give to newer people kind of getting into the industry?
Yeah. I would say be consistent, but be patient as well. It doesn't happen overnight, and you have to put a lot of work into
Mhm.
getting these customers. I have to follow up 3 or 4 times sometimes before I get even a conversation.
Mhm.
So don't take it personal. People are busy, or they're, oh, I thought I got back to you.
Yeah.
And, they're just busy. We're busy. So follow up as many times until they tell you no. I will say, you need to let me know if you don't want me to contact you, because I will keep contacting you.
Yeah. Do you have like a standardized process behind that, or it's just you see somebody hasn't replied and you just hit them up?
Yeah, I'll schedule a text for a couple days later, and I'll be like, hey, I just want to follow up. We're in your area tomorrow. Can I
Mhm.
get you on the schedule? Do you have any other questions? That's really it. I'll just keep following up. I'll send like a different message every time, so it's not like the same one every couple days. But
Yeah.
I'll follow up like after the holidays, and then after summer, seasonal kind of thing
Mhm.
too. Just to follow up. You never know if it's going to lead somewhere. Just staying relevant in their mind helps. So just got
Mhm.
to be there.
Got to keep
But,
after it. So just because
yeah.
it's no right now doesn't mean it's no forever.
Right. And it doesn't happen overnight. You're not going to get 1,000 customers in 6 days. So just stick with it, and, you'll be a big dog one day too.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you just hit the big dog status in the Poop Scoop
Yeah.
League. How's the group been for you? Has it been a good experience?
Yeah. I'm able to help a lot of people. They're able to help me with things that, my other friends that own businesses have no idea what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So it is nice to have like-minded people who are in the same industry
Mhm.
that I didn't have before. It's nice to have that to bounce
Yeah.
ideas off.
Even me sometimes, like, yeah, I built the group, but there's like stuff that'll work for
Oh
people.
wow,
It's
okay.
like, oh man, that's a good idea. I should try
I'm
implementing
stealing
it.
that.
So yeah, it's definitely been helpful. Well,
Great.
yeah, I definitely appreciate your time to hop on this quick little interview. Is there any final words of encouragement that you have for people? There's a lot of people that are just
Just
starting
keep
off.
scooping.
Yeah, just like Dory the fish, just keep swimming, just keep
Keep
scooping.
scooping. Yeah. I mean, it takes time. Don't expand too quickly. Don't burn yourself out.
Mhm.
Just a slow and steady burn, and it'll get there.
Yep, 100%, 100%. Well, awesome. Well, I really appreciate your time, and
Yeah.
I
Thank
hope you have a
you.
great day.
You too. Thank you.